game one winner on Erangel, and then in the next game, finished in 5th as well. So a good, decent day all the way around for Gexace on Erangel. And they followed it up with a fairly okay performance on Miramar, but we'll see if they can keep that performance going. Meanwhile, Sadie's also having a good performance. They won our second game on Erangel. So Gex Ace, Sadie's, both of these teams in the lobby tonight. We'll see if things get any more difficult for them when they're playing up against Group C rather than Group A. So here we go. We're starting out on Erangel, a very decent plane, cutting right across the middle of the map. Everything that anybody could ever possibly want is going to be in drop range. I have to see if we have any early drops on top of you, any early hot drops this time around. We did have a couple of instances yesterday where it looked like maybe a couple of teams hadn't quite decided about who was going where and who was going to get what, or maybe they were just deciding to fight it out early and assert dominance for later rounds. Either way, we did see a lot of early game action here in these games yesterday, as it looks like we're going to see a little bit more today, as PMA are going to drop right on top of QC, which will be your QC4 Horseman squad, sharing Pachinki, and they also have a squad off to their north in purple. I believe that's going to be Ferox. So this could end up turning into a three-way fight pretty quickly here. But so far, 4 Horsemen playing it very carefully. You can see the circle has popped, and we're going to go dead center. So this fight has all the time in the world to play out. PMA playing yesterday, currently sitting in 12th overall with only 17 points, so not the best day to start off with, but their best games yesterday were on Erangel. So we'll have to see if they can keep that trend going and maybe get a few more points, a few more kills here, as it looks like they're going to start things off early here, as Holy going to find the first down and first kill. Meanwhile, 24K has Razak all to themselves. Leading up, they have Victim FTF just off to their east and Game Home just off to their west. Game Home keeping 2 on the south side of the river, 2 on the north. Check back in with 4 Horsemen as they try to figure out how they want to go about dealing with the PMA squad. They still have 4 up. Looks like P-Tester going to get spotted out by Job Jab, and he's immediately downed. Not flushed out just yet. You can see that he was taken out with a sniper. And PMA a little bit spread out here across Pachinki. You can see not really anyone in a position here to help out P-Tester, and he should get flushed out here eventually. But Shen going to find the down on the Job Jab. Retaliation a little bit here. He's going to try to make his way into the compound, the house. Jayer's going to land a few shots into him. Shen not giving up just yet, and he's going to get a second one for himself. PMA now sending Shen on a mission of killing, as QC finds himself down by 2 players here. Jayer's just looking at that window, hoping, praying that Shen peeks out, but not finding it just yet. Meanwhile, FTF, you can see Entry Fragger sharing a looting position just across the street. And okay, Jayers tries to send it, but Jervis watching like a hawk. And now it's just down to Gems, and PMA is trying to collapse on this. They want to flush that guy out. They want to have Pachinki all to themselves. Gem just running, trying to see if he can maybe reposition here a little bit. He's going to find 1 on the 9 Holy. He's going to see the second one. Not going to be able to get the shots just yet, but he knows exactly where Jervis is. Jervis, he needs to have happy feet here. He needs to be expecting the grenade to come out. It does. It does not find him, though, as he was on the move. Gems repositioning in this house. See if he can maybe find a better spot, a better angle to continue this fight. Jervis has made his way across the street, not showing just yet. Gems looking up over the top. He knows, has a pretty good idea of where Jervis is. He's going to send the shots in, get him down to about half HP, but it's not going to be enough. Shen does get the confirmation on the jab. As Jervis, it's a 1v1 here. Batester has bled out. 9 Holy and Shen currently bleeding out. As Jervis working the angles here. Now he does have the option to go and get one of these reses, but it looks like he's kind of pulling off of this right now as Jim's actually spots him out, but not going to land the shots with the SK. And Gems, okay, he's going for the heal. Shen is almost completely bled out here, and he can hear the footsteps of Gems, but Gems hasn't found him just yet. Here he comes, looking through the window. He's got his guy up. He's going to try to trade it out, see what he can find. Gems, what can you do? You're all by yourself, buddy. And he gets taken out by Shen. PMA pick up 5 kills here in the early game. As we said, things get started early here in the Onslaught League. PMA getting 5 much needed points here in the early game. They have lost 2 players, unfortunately, but they have the center of the circle. They still have 2 up, and they have a boatload of, they basically have their pick of Pachinki loot. So they can figure out how they want to play this out going forward. Meanwhile, you can see pretty much everybody inside circle already. Cerberus has a position on the top of the hill. This is their first game, their first night of games here. You see Bad Guy, Hisaki on the move, Taikon, Subang in a very good spot early on, getting a lot of information, looking to see if they can spot anybody out. They do have a team just off to their west. Looks like Bad Guy might have gotten a glimpse of something or heard something over in that direction. No shots coming out just yet, though. They're in a nice 2-1-1 here. He does spot the UAS, and he's going to send some shots over in that direction. Taikon will. As you can see, Taikon and Bad Guy just going to be working this as a duo off to the west. Meanwhile, they have Hisaki off to the east, and Subang actually on the move here, heading towards the compound just east of Pachinki. So this could be where Cerberus decides to play from here eventually. They do have a very wide spread right now, but they're getting a ton of information. Meanwhile, a Sun Titan, you can see them in the lime green, making their way towards the center of the circle. They played yesterday. Had an okay day, finished in 11th with 19 points. Definitely started off very slowly on Erangel and picked up steam as the day continued. They had a better day on Miramar. So we'll have to see if they can maybe turn things around here on Erangel, maybe pick up a few points and get their ship righted. And so far, it's looking okay, as they have a good position here towards the center. They've got Gex just above them, spread out in a 2-2. Meanwhile, Sadie's having a fantastic day yesterday. They're going to run into Gex Ace here. KJ looking off to his east. It doesn't look like he knows that he's got an ace player just to his north here working on the ridge line. Or maybe he does, and he's just making sure that he doesn't have to worry about getting shot from his flank. Looks like Ace has sent everybody north of the river here. You can see Loxlock just working below KJ here, trying to avoid line of sight, maybe trying to get an angle. He's getting closer. He's working his way around, and KJ so far does not seem to be aware that he's here, but he might be now. No, he's not. He still doesn't see him. Oh, KJ. Hops in the vehicle. Loxlock's going to take the shots, but he's not going to land anything. And KJ's actually going to pull right into him, and he's going to fund right into the spray of Loxlock. KJ going down. And look at here. We got Yuri now coming to maybe provide a little bit of support. KJ will get flushed, though, and Loxlock is just going to take that and leave. He's going to hop into the vehicle and get on out of there, rejoin the rest of his squad before Sadie's can collapse on top of him. You can see no shots coming out as Loxlock, playing the sneaky role, ends up getting away with one there, as KJ, I don't think, was aware that he was there at all. Tried to pull out of the vehicle and see if he could take the 1v1, but Lock was not having it. New circles popped. We still got a little bit of a territory north of the river in play here, and it looks like Ace is staying there for now. You've got McCrit and Lock still up there. You can see the other two just came back over the bridge to this north side, so maybe thinking about playing from the hills to the north, taking shots down into Roz. Well, a new team that we're seeing tonight, MSC Theorathan. The Nautica has a nice little angle here onto Game Home, not taking the shots just yet. As the rest of his squad slowly looks like they're starting to come around here. Maybe try to get a different angle. I see one name that I haven't seen in a while there. That's Yoshi Minburi. He was a star of the tournament back when he played for Purple Mood, but unfortunately that contract has now come to an end. Yoshi Minburi joining MSC Theorathan here, and the shots coming out of Nautica. He's going to land a few, but not enough to get the down, and he's going to have to pull away immediately as he's getting shot from behind by one of the Games Home. I believe that was subbing for Games Home. It may have been taking shots from the church, or from the hillside rather. Sadie's is also pushed in just to the side of Ruins here as we check in Ace on Titan. They're pushing into Burium. Canaxi's going to get the opening down, and here comes Kane. Kane and Aurelia are going to try to make their way in, and Canaxi just wipes the entire squad. Ace on Titan just got absolutely bodied by Canaxi. Burium United had a good day, a fair day, average day yesterday. They're in 10th place with 22 points. They started out really hot in game number 1 and cooled off a little bit as the day went on. They had one good game on Erangel and an okay game on Sandhawk, but other than that, not too much. As we've been kind of expecting a lot from this team, as they are a team that has qualified for the PGS. So looking for Burium to really turn things up, and that is a good way to get this day started, especially for Canaxi, one of their players that has looked like a star in the making. As we check in on Easy Love, up to the top, looks like he may have an idea where Sadie's is. He's got sub in just to the side, provide him a little bit of support here. As you can see, Game Home doing kind of a 2-1-1 split throughout the Ruins. The circle's going to pop. It's going to go right towards the center. Still going to have the island in play. As we see Ace already making their way over here. They've left Life and Lockslock off to the north. And, yep, they're going to take a little bit of fire from 24K as they make their way in. Ezo going to land a few shots into the vehicle. Nothing going to hit the body just yet. 24K working Watertown right now. They did not have a great day yesterday. Only 9 points so far for this 24K team, but we have seen moments of brilliance coming out of these players, in particular, Asura and Chameleon. Unfortunately, those moments have been as solo players when the rest of their squad has been wiped already, and they're just trying to survive into late game. So want to see if 24K can keep a full team alive into late game and see how they play it from there. That is the first thing we'd like to see, or I'd like to see rather, from 24K. A lot of promise on that Mongolian squad. Meanwhile, Game Home still working inside Ruins. Sadie's does not look like they have pushed any deeper, and it also looks like MSC Theorathan has pushed off. And they're just going to go ahead and let Game Home have Ruins for now. Fury Australia, meanwhile, a lot of names on that squad. It's the Australian powerhouse starting to make their way into Razak here. See Luke 12, Juxi, Flood 2K, Ronin, all names that you guys should be familiar with from PGC. And from GLL. I think Fury performed pretty well in the most recent GLL tournament. We get an overview look and see how Sadie's is working their way around Game Home. They have Arbiter in the church. Meanwhile, Victim FTF, they're going to send Teddy up to the top here. I don't know if they know where the Fury Boys are. Juxie just working the side of the hill as well on the other side. Teddy could easily come up over the top and spot him. Oh, he just breaks line of sight. And look at this. He's now surrounded. Flood 2K. Actually, his Flood 2K is going to get taken very, very low. So good shots coming out of Victim FTM. And where he's going to the top of the tower. Nobody ever goes to the top of the tower. He looks like he might have spotted the top of Flood's head there. But Juxie going to find Boss in the distance. He's going to go down and he's going to get flushed. So it's down to just Man and Teddy as Victim FTF is being slowly picked apart one by one here. Teddy going to spot out Juxie, it looks like. Not going to get the down, though, on the very eastern part of this circle. The 1v1 coming through. Juxie gets taken low enough to where he's going to go down to the circle, and that's going to be Teddy claiming that kill. So Juxie, unfortunate, wrong place, wrong time, as the rest of Fury starts making their way towards the circle, which is cut hard to the south. And look at that, Pachinki very much still in play here, as everybody's now going to have to make their way through. 24K leaving the ruins, the Watertown, but they've got Gex Ace right on their backs. Meanwhile, the rest, the other Gex squad is in a nice little 2-2 split here, holding an area just south of ruins. The push coming out from Ferox onto Golden Cats. Seems like it's going it's about split right now. One of Golden Cats has gone down, and look at this Fury. Tong is coming through huge, gets 2 downs, 2 flushes, and Fury is getting absolutely roasted here by Golden Cat. Tong and Tanoy still up. They've lost 6 sacks. They've lost Maxonis, but they are still alive. 2 kills. Where's another Fury? Has crawled into the. Looks like he's crawled into the bathroom. He should get spotted out here shortly. Is Canaxi still feeling high here after getting his epic squad wipe, and he's going to get another one onto Arbiter, and Sadie's is going to get pulled apart here as they crash into Burium right at the wrong time. Burium does lose one, though, during that push, so they are down to 3 here. They do have Veds Gaming still off to the south here. They need to be careful about that solo. You never want to be taken advantage of by that last little snaking player that comes through. Meanwhile, look 12. Looks like they have run into Ace, as Ace didn't want to follow too close behind Game Home. And now they're completely widespread across this northern part here, but they're running into multiple fights. So this could be scary times here for Gex Ace. You can see Lock just in the corner there, while Flood holds the angle. Ronan coming up over there, or Luke 12 holds the angle. Ronan trying to see if he can maybe provide some support for Luke. He sees the head through the top of the window, going to take a few shots, not going to find any joy, as it looks like now Ace going to try to collapse onto this and maybe provide a little bit more support. Gabru goes out in 12th place to a mix of different teams. Looks like they may have gotten caught during their rotation. While 24K has sent it to the hills, they still have 3 up, but Bio gets spotted out by Tanoy. This should be a fairly easy res here. The smokes go down. I was coming from a long way away from Gex. Gex working the yellows just to the south of ruins. Meanwhile, Game Home still working in their hillside location. Gex Ace still trying to make their way around the north. They looks like they've lost 2. So Fury collapsing on to a split out duo. It's down to just McCrit and Yelly for Ace, as now Gex finds themselves in a fight with MSC Therathan. Leo trying to see if he can spot anybody coming out. Blackman has already gone down. Leo Kike spot 1. He's going to take the shots. He's going to lose the 1v1 to Rosseted JR. Nice shooting coming out of him. And Mao still miles away, trying to provide long-range support with that SLR, but it's not going to be enough as Blackman gets flushed out. Leo Kike gets flushed out, and it's down to just him. MSC Therathan systematically moving through these hills, cleaning out everything in front of them. They've lost 1 in the process, but they still have 3 up. And they have control over the hills and the forest just on the to the, well, pretty much the center of the circle here. A couple of teams still left in Pachinki area. We got about 4 teams up in the hills to the north, as you can see. Fury hopping in vehicles, trying to make their way to a more central position. Fortunately for them, not a lot of teams around there in a position to really shoot back at them. As Subin's going to come up over the top. Did he spot? Oh, yeah. He spots Ezo. Ezo going to try to take some shots back, but it's not going to be enough. Only gets him to about half health. Empty, you can see, has a couple of Molotovs here. I think they want to throw some down onto, they want to throw some utility down onto 24K, but not going to find it here. As Venotica, looks like they're going to spot out our last Gex player. Malye, what can you do? He's already got 1 down. Can he get 2? No, he can't. Yoshiman Buri going to clean that up. And MSC Thurathan is cleaning up right now, as they just keep finding solos and duos. Ronin, the spot out. The player over the top is Asura, is just slowly baking here. 24K does manage to get the res onto Ezo, but they're going to have to reposition a little bit because Game Home is just roasting them out of their little hidey hole. And now they're getting shot from long range here. Is Burium Naradra going to find the shots onto Asura. And it looks like 24K might not even be aware of where those shots are coming from. Yeah, Asura is going to get actually stolen by Tong. So GC going to pick up a point there. Naradra finds Yoshiman Buri now. So Burium, Yoshiman, Naradra is doing some serious work from range with the DMR. Victim, meanwhile, is finished off on the eastern side of this circle by Jervis and Shen. Our duo, our surviving duo from Pachinki, still alive, still getting more points for themselves here as PMA turning things up here early game. Circle Pops is going to go dead center. So far, McCrit, the only one really inside. Fury should be okay. They're on the northern edge here. Still have the hills to work with. 24K is just getting shot by everybody right now. I think every team in the lobby has gotten it down onto 24K here at some point. As Naradra's going to find another one, Tycon. The problem for Burium, though, is that they're not getting the flushes onto these. They're getting the downs, they're getting the knocks, but they're all getting rezzed up. So Burium doing some good shooting here. Subin going to find Rossetted there from range, as MSC Therian now in a little bit of trouble. Thurathan, I'm probably mispronouncing this horribly. And you can see the blue is slowly starting to squeeze them into a more dangerous spot. Subin not giving up just yet, though. Is Edie going to spot out Venotica, get the flush as well? So Burium now picking up one for sure. Yoshiman Buri still alive, had the smoke wall down, trying to avoid Burium, but he's going to go down to Subin. Good shooting coming out of Subin there. But his teammate, Empty, gets spotted out and flushed out by the Fury boys. And he's still got a long way to go to make it inside circle and not a whole lot of room to hide. You can see 24K is just, they're not inside circle, but they're just trying to stay alive for right now. As we've said, everybody seems like they've been taking shots here. And Edie going to get another one there on Subin going down. Shen's going to get picked off as well from PMA. Jervis now the only one left for that squad, as lots of teams right now losing out on players. But look at the work that Burium has been doing. They've already got 10 kills. Imagine if they would have been able to get the flushes on about, that's probably like 14 kills if they would have been able to flush a couple of the downs that they got earlier. Kanaxi going absolutely bananas right now, and Edie doing just as well. Naradra has gotten a few downs as well. It looks like Burium just working the east side, west side of this circle, seeing if they can spot anybody from these hills. Meanwhile, the only team that still has 4 up, Cerberus, coming from the south side. They've made their way out of Pachinki, and they've picked up a couple of kills so far. They're shooting at everybody here. Edie, you see, had to pull back, get a little healing going on here. As Bang is actually going to be the one to spot out Jervis. So that's it for PMA. Had a great early game. They managed to make it to the top 6 as a duo, but in the end, CES, the 4-man squad, just hunting people right now from the south. You can see them in the gray. They're going to have a little bit of a high ground spot to work with here on the southern part of this circle. Meanwhile, Burium, as they're going to have to decide whether they want to come in from the south or the north. It looks like they're just hanging out on the edge lines here, seeing if they can find lines of sight onto Fury. Fury's still 3 strong, but they've got some work cut out. Oh, no, Edie going to land right on top of McCrit. Oh, the only tree, the worst tree you could have gone to. And McCrit's going to get spotted out by Canaxi. That's going to be another one going over to Burium, but unfortunate that they lose one like that. You hate to see that. Subang now looking up over the top. I think he has got a pretty good idea where Tinoy is. But bad guy and Taken going to try to push it. And look at this. Taken actually almost gets taken out as bad guy gets knocked. Timoy is going to throw the grenade. Oh, boy. Oh, that could not have gone worse for CES. They send 2 to the rock in the middle. But Timoy is more than capable of holding off the onslaught from the duo. And now CES down to 2. It is a series of duos now trying to survive here. CES taking shots over towards Golden Cats. You can see Tong still alive. He's got to make his way into the circle. 1 down for Burium as they've run into Fury. It's a 1v1 here between Luke 12 and Naradra. Assuming, of course, nobody comes over the top and third parties this, which it looks like Haisaki might be doing. You can see the smokes coming out from Naradra trying to keep Canaxi alive. Luke 12 finally gets the first aid off. He does lose his teammate, though, as he works around the wreckage, seeing if he can maybe spot out Naradra. You can see a few shots coming through. Naradra needs to be more worried about Haisaki coming up over the top, and yeah, he's finally going to spot him, take some shots, push Haisaki back for CES. As Canaxi continues to just slowly bleed out here. And now look, Tinoy has Naradra in sight, but the smoke's going to prevent him from finishing anything there. As he's going to get joined by Tong. And Haisaki going to spot out Canaxi, or actually get the flush onto Canaxi. So that may be a kill stolen away out of the hands of Fury. So this is good grenade. Haisaki making things happen now. He saw the smoke cloud. All he had to do was throw the grenade right on top of it, and he does find Naradra. So that's it for Burium going out in 4th, but Burium definitely put in the work. They, I think, left the lobby in 4th place with about 11 or 12 kills. Meanwhile, Subang still keeping eyes on Golden Cat. Gonna land a shot there. That's nice. But Tinoy, good shot in return. As Haisaki, look at this. Luke 12 gonna find an angle on the Tong as he's making moves from the western edge. Nobody feels safe right now in this circle. And Luke looks like he's just gonna try to lay the smoke cloud down, work the angles, see if he can find something. He got the opening down on the Golden Cats. Can't get the flush just yet, though, as the smoke is just preventing it. Gonna see if he can maybe pull some more smokes out of those crates. But look at this, Haisaki coming up over the top. Not going to find the down, though. As everybody in a dangerous position right now. GC going to get the res. Tong going to take a few shots back at Subang, and he's going to go down. As Haisaki now all by himself here. Tinoy looks like might be able to. No, Subang just going to bleed, go down to the blue here. But Tong going to get credit for that kill. And now it's the duo versus the 2 solos. Everybody knows where everyone else is. And look at this. Tong going to try to make a run, but no. Luke 12 not having any of it. And it turns into a 3-solo affair as Haisaki going to find Tinoy. That's going to be Golden Cat eliminated, and it turns into a 1v1 between Haisaki and Luke 12. Haisaki knows exactly where Luke 12 is. Luke has an idea of where Haisaki might be. He knows he's up high. He's looking to see if he can maybe spot anything over that ridgeline, and he does. He spots him, and what a great shot from Luke 12, and he's going to get a first-place finish